Hi guys, so I'm just waiting for you all to join back and we'll continue with the discussion.
Hello again.
Hey,
So Instagram's behaving itself today again. So it decided to allow me to upload the video straight onto into IGTV, which
okay.
is amazing. Compared, it's sort of doing its own job in a roundabout way. People are
Yes.
joining us again. But yeah, I think the whole question of Angola and my involvement in it is very it's something I take very seriously, and it's something that I I love to discuss because I often spend myself I often spend time just thinking, I would love to be there half the year, and then the other half of the year in London. I'll never have to see winter again.
hmm
That would be my perfect idea of an Angolan odyssey.
About Angolan what?
Odyssey,
Oh,
Odyssea. I'll spend
yeah.
half the year there, half the year here, doing projects. That's how I see myself. But nothing ever divides itself up so neatly. God, nothing ever divides itself up so neatly.
Do you see
Um,
yourself doing something a bit more um, educational? And by
I
education,
do.
I mean uh, uh, actually going there and carrying like workshops, classes, lectures, something like that.
I would love to. I'm gonna end up doing finishing my MA,
hmm
and then I plan on teaching.
hmm
So I wouldn't mind doing that, but I'm not gonna probably give all my life to Angola because of this thing that I think is important. I want to give back to both sides of my culture. I I feel like I have a lot to do in London, the same way I have a lot to offer in Angola. I
Definitely.
wanna
Yeah.
I wanna I wanna do it.
I have the
Yeah.
same feeling. I have the same feeling. Yeah, I haven't been here as long as you have. You've been here since you were 6. I've been here since I was 18, 19, and I'm turning 26 this year. So
Hmm.
I didn't grow up here per se, but I've kind of matured here in the UK. So
Hmm.
my connection to England is still
Mm.
very strong, like because there are certain steps and certain stages of my life that I've went through here. So I also feel that I have something to do here. And
I agree. I like the energy that we're espousing because I think it's interesting that I unwittingly put Linga up as the place for us to have our discussion. We're virtually having a Linga conversation. I, like, do you get what I mean? We're virtually having a conversation with Ilinga. I think it's important that we have these things that act as our, how can I put it, as our beacons. I'm turning 27 this week, by the way.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, I know.
and on the 27th,
Oh wow.
do you know the significance of the 27th of May?
No, what is it?
It was a day of fratricide, Dia do Fratricídio.
All right,
So
synchronicities.
it's a very political date.
Okay. Oh
So everything
wait. Are you talking?
being
Are you
protected
talking
in
about?
mind.
Are you talking about Angolan history?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I know. I thought you were, talking about something else.
No.
Don't worry.
Angolan history wise.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. Fair enough. You know, next time we should actually have a really long film going in the background of something.
Mm.
Right now we have a photograph. Fair enough. Next time we'll have like a
I'm as I tried doing that before, but Instagram has its limitations. Either I click through them, or it does its own little dead routine that is not worth really
yeah.
sometimes doing. If you want a longer video, you'd have to cut it up into bits.
Oh,
But
okay.
let's carry on this energy. Let's carry on this energy. I would love to create something with you, a response, a project. I don't know if they would allow us. You do the architecture side, and I can help you design the building because I have a design flair, as I think you might have noticed. That I
Listen,
like the soft furnishings. You can do the hard stuff, and then we can also think about the super structure.
that's the fun thing. I will not. I studied architecture. I don't practice architecture. With that said,
Who's gonna build it? We're gonna have to find someone else.
I have plenty of architect friends in everywhere, in Angola, in Portugal, here.
We're not
So
gonna
that's
get
fine.
David Adjaye to do it.
No. Unfortunately, it's very unlikely.
But I'm saying that seriously. We're not gonna get David Adjaye to do
No, we won't. We may
it. Which is
we may get some aspiring David Adjaye in Angola, like the equivalent, the local equivalent.
the Angolan equivalent. I would say the Angolan person. I wouldn't even say the Angolan equivalent. I would just say that person is the architect will do it.
Yeah,
But
I know.
I think
I have a lot of conversations with a cousin of mine. He's an architect in Angola, and we share a lot of views about the development of architecture there. And I've been there in December, and again, like goes back to the to the importance of design. There's no importance of design in that specific society. People don't know the value of the architect.
they want to be their own architect, which is fine.
Exactly.
I
Like
think
everyone
it's
thinks they
also
know.
a growing pain. I think it's also growing pains. They also have this idea. Many of the architectural projects are very much, oh, let's import an idea of Angola that is going to be a bit like Brazil, that's going to be a bit like France, that's going to be a bit like Nice, and they don't have the same sort of very revolutionary energies of the '60s where they were like, no, let's make an Angola that's a bit like Angola. And
Exactly.
it's funny because those buildings are so beautiful.
Yeah.
I was born in Mayanga.
Yeah. I've lived for about, I think, 10 years in that neighborhood.
We may have come across each other, Mali.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe. My
Because
family
I'm
used to
only
live.
2 years old. Yeah, I'm only 2 years older than you.
Yeah.
Or one in a bit.
One year.
1 year in a few weeks.
No,
When's your
not even
birthday?
weeks. Your birthday is on the 27th. My birthday is on the 2nd of June. So it's like 5 days or 6 days a week.
5 days or 6 days.
Yeah. So yeah, we may have. I don't know.
I think our families must know each other. If I say Montero family to my auntie, she's gonna.
Maybe you have to say Alcântara Monteiro.
I'll say the whole pal. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to say Alcântara Monteiro, and they might just know someone.
Someone.
Yeah, but yeah, the importance of architecture. It's a progress. Things will change there. It's a very new country. People are not used to certain things, the things they prioritize is everything is very on based on oil and all of these things. But eventually there will be a generation, hopefully ours, that will conquer enough
Go back and
outside.
rotate.
It will conquer enough outside to be recognized over there and be invited to develop certain things.
I don't think that we should just wait to be invited. I think we should go there and make a noise and make them give it.
Yes,
make
but
them give us a linga.
I
We'll make it
completely
our
agree.
summer project.
I completely agree with that. And that was one of the reasons why I went to Angola in December, was to actually study the local scenario, what's happening right now, how are people thinking, and how can I contact in order to get some of my ideas across the board, and I've been trying to do that, through people I know and stuff. But in the meantime, I am my focus really is on expanding here in the UK, in Europe, and making sure that whatever I do is recognized. So then,
I think what I would like to do, just going on to the back of what you're saying, is I think the UK for me is a place where I can extract a lot. It's a place where I can extract an education, I can extract a reputation, like what you're saying. But Angola feels like a place where I could grow something, set a seed amongst the rubble and things will naturally grow.
yeah, it is, because there's nothing. So you
I
still
wouldn't
have.
necessarily agree there's nothing. I think we'll find out that so and so had some paints and so and so had some sculptures and so and so did this, so and so did
No, yeah,
that.
of course, but there's no
But
structure.
it's not structured. We don't have an ecosystem. Let's just put
There's
it
no
that
structure. As long as there's no structure, you can go and create your own thing. Because like this older generation, the ones who took over after independence, they are now kind of getting older and trying to give space to a new, to younger people.
trying to give space very begrudgingly with very gritty teeth. Angolans
Yeah,
don't
so
seem to retire.
we'll see how that plays out in the long run.
I agree. I agree. So, what's your favorite building in Luanda?
My favorite building. My favorite building doesn't exist anymore.
What was it?
It used to be the Kinashishi Market.
Oh yes, they've knocked it down. It was Isabel.
In fact, I respected that building so much that it was one of the main subjects for my dissertation, for my thesis. Yeah. And I've talked exactly about that specific case of how they removed something that had so much value in terms of culture to give space to a completely out of context, a set of buildings completely out of context that mean absolutely nothing, that waste 10 times more energy, that cost 10 times more dollars,
and diamonds and all of the rest of it, oil.
And going from a public space where community gets together and interacts and exchanges knowledge to a space, private space, that there's segregation at all levels, and only 5% of the population will be able to benefit from it, and no one will grow from it. So you went from
it sounds a lot like it sounds a lot like what Chomsky says when there's you deseg. Anyway, Chomsky has a lot to say about these sorts of things, and I find it really exciting that you have documented it, and we salute the building and we salute also the bodies, because
Yeah, it's
So many
unfortunate.
people went in
It's
the process of
unfortunate.
trying to build it.
You know, that was my favorite building in Luanda. As of,
Sandra, Fulton has joined us. Hola, Sandra. How you doing? Say hi.
if we had if we could add a third person,
Yeah, we'll add Sandra, but I've been trying to get her to do a live for a little bit.
yeah.
So
But
I'll
yeah,
see,
you
I'll see
know,
what I can do.
that's it. I think we touched a lot of points today. We've been here for what? What time is it?
I agree.
2
It's
hours.
8
Wow,
o'clock.
that's crazy.
It's only like a phone conversation that we were
Yeah.
having. But it also means that we have to manifest what we're speaking about. We have to
Of
actually sit
course,
down and you can introduce me to the rest of your Angolan massive and we'll have a chat.
absolutely. We'll keep
Okay,
discussing and planning out stuff.
amazing. So, guys, this was a specially extended, extra, you know, amazing Instagram live with Mario Alcantara Montero and myself, Eduardo, the aesthetic. I hope that we can talk again. Hopefully, when we have rested Elinga from its current state of decay, and that we decide to take it and make it something bigger and better in the future. But I need to go for a walk because the sun's gonna set soon, and I need to do other things. But it was a pleasure speaking to you, Mario.
No, my pleasure. My pleasure. We'll make sure that we do a second turn.
We will have a second time. Ciao.
Ciao.